6 ways to stop your dog shedding excessively. Virtually all dogs shed, and in most cases, it's perfectly normal. It's also not something you can completely stop either. Your dog needs to shed his old hair so that the new hair can take its place, which is all part of the natural hair growth cycle. However, there are some really effective ways to stop excessive shedding, minimize the amount of hair your dog drops on your floors and furniture, and make cleaning it up much easier. And in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to do this, so that you can spend more time enjoying your dog's company, and less time cleaning up loose fur. How to stop your dog shedding excessively. When you boil it all down, reducing shedding mostly comes down to 2 things: ensuring your dog's diet is optimal, and establishing a proper grooming routine. Once you get these 2 things right, you are most of the way there. The other methods I mention in this video either build off of these or give you additional ideas to manage the shedding. 1. Ensure your dog's diet is optimal. There's no such thing as dog food that completely stops shedding, but what you feed your dog can have an impact on his overall health and well-being, as well as how much he sheds. And there are a couple of main reasons for this. Firstly, making sure your dog is consuming a healthy, balanced diet can help ensure that he's healthy and thriving, and in turn, prevent excessive shedding caused by poor nutrition. Here's what PetMD says about the importance of diet. Each and every nutrient in your dog's food has a purpose. Without adequate nutrition, your dog would not be able to maintain muscle tone, build and repair muscles, teeth, and bone, perform normal daily activities with ease, or fight off infection. Proteins provide a source of energy and help with muscle function and growth. Fats provide energy, help the brain function, and keep the skin and hair coat shiny and healthy. Carbohydrates supply a source of quick energy that allow your dog to be active and energetic. Vitamins and minerals are necessary for muscle contraction and nerve conduction, and they work to prevent disease. So getting your dog's diet right is key to ensuring that both he and his coat are as healthy as possible, which in turn can help prevent unnecessary shedding. Which dog food is best for shedding? There's a lot of great kibble on the market, and most of the popular brands provide at least adequate nutrition. However, some dog foods are better than others, and some are specifically made to help alleviate excessive shedding. For example, some dog foods contain fewer fillers like grains and rice and more high-quality protein. Others contain fewer additives, preservatives, and artificial ingredients, which can potentially lead to allergies and skin irritation. And some contain a more optimal amount of omega-3 fatty acids, along with other vitamins and nutrients, to help with shedding. So it pays to do your homework before deciding. You don't have to spend a fortune on fancy dog food, but the food your dog consumes can make a big difference to how much fur he drops. Speak to your vet about which food is best for your dog, as they should be able to give you a recommendation based on your dog's individual needs. 2. Try an omega-3 shedding supplement. Nothing takes the place of a healthy, balanced diet. But there are some great supplements out there for dogs aimed at reducing shedding that actually works. And the most popular supplements typically include some form of omega-3, which is an essential fatty acid that dogs can only get through diet. The reason omega-3 is such a popular supplement is that it's known to help improve a dog's skin and coat, which in turn can reduce excessive shedding. And there are 2 different sources of omega-3 fatty acids: plant-based omega-3 and marine omega-3. Plant-based omega-3 is derived from things like flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, and green vegetables. It contains a type of omega-3 known as alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which, according to healthline.com, needs to be converted by the body into eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, or docosahexaenoic acid, DHA, before it can be fully utilized. Why does this matter? Because neither dogs nor humans are very good at converting ALA into DHA and EPA. Therefore, it is generally considered that a better source of omega-3 for shedding is marine omega-3, which is derived from things like fish oil, seaweed, and algae, since it already contains EPA and DHA. This is probably why the majority of popular supplements on the market contain fish oil, since this is rich in EPA and DHA omega-3. However, some supplements contain a mix of both plant-based and marine omega-3, along with other vitamins and minerals. Like dog food, there is no supplement that can completely stop shedding, but some can be very effective. 3. Consider a natural home remedy. This is similar to the previous method of using a supplement to reduce shedding, but instead of buying a chew treat, capsule, or bottle of oil, for example, you can use ingredients that are, in most cases, readily available at your local supermarket or that are already in the pantry. Which home remedies actually work? There are lots of different ideas out there, and while I haven't tried all of them, I have researched and or tried some of the most common ones. And what I've found is that the most effective are coconut oil or some form of omega-3, like olive oil or fish oil for example. Coconut oil contains medium-chain triglycerides, MCT, which is a type of healthy fat that can benefit dogs in a variety of ways, either as a supplement or applied to the skin topically. When it comes to shedding, however, the main benefit is its effect of naturally moisturizing the skin. Olive oil and fish oil, however, both contain omega-3, which, as I mentioned earlier, is an essential fatty acid that's good for dogs in general and that can help improve the condition of their coat. The main difference between olive oil and fish oil is that the former contains plant-based omega-3, while the latter is marine-sourced omega-3. But both can be beneficial. Other natural home shedding remedies include essential oils such as lavender oil and chamomile oil, which have been used for thousands of years for a variety of purposes including soothing the skin. These are considered a safe and effective shedding remedy if used correctly. And there are many others. Whichever home remedy or supplement you decide to try though, always consult a qualified veterinarian first. Because not all remedies people suggest are safe. And even if they are, giving your dog too much could lead to health problems. 4. Ensure your dog is adequately hydrated. One simple and often overlooked way to reduce shedding is to ensure your dog is drinking enough water. This is super important to your dog's overall health and well-being and can impact shedding in a variety of ways. For example, inadequate water intake could lead to dry skin, which in turn could lead to skin irritation, hair follicles weakening, and hair falling out unnecessarily. How much water is enough? The general consensus is that dogs should be drinking approximately 1 ounce of water, 1/8 of a cup, per pound of body weight each day. That's just a guide though, so if your dog is thirsty because she's been outside playing, let her drink. Some folks even give their dog filtered water, which is great, but as long as the water is clean and fresh, tap water should be fine. 5. Bath your dog with a proper dog shampoo. Bathing is a great way to loosen and remove the old, dead hairs on your dog's coat, before they have a chance to fill your home and to help keep his skin and hair in optimal condition. However, there are some important caveats to this. First, it's important to use a good quality shampoo that doesn't contain a bunch of harsh chemicals that could dry out or irritate your dog's skin. This is why I personally avoid using human shampoo and stick with using one that's designed for dogs. Some are even designed specifically to loosen and remove the dead fur, while also reducing future shedding. You could even try a homemade dog shampoo, like one made from oatmeal for example, if you want something that's really gentle on your dog's skin and one that adds moisture. Second, try to avoid overbathing. Because even if you are using proper dog shampoo, bathing too frequently may diminish the natural oils on your dog's skin and lead to dryness. How often you should bathe your dog depends on a number of factors such as the breed, how messy he gets, what shampoo you are using, and your own preference. However, as a general rule, shorter-haired dogs can be bathed less often than longer-haired dogs that are more prone to mats and tangles. I personally like to bath my dogs every month or so, unless they've gotten themselves into a messy situation, which does happen from time to time. They are dogs after all. And if they've been out for a swim, I typically rinse them in fresh water to remove any salt or residue. In any case, bathing is a great way to manage the shedding. Just be selective about which shampoo you use, and how often you bathe to avoid drying out your dog's skin and hair. 6. Brush your dog with the right brush. Brushing your dog is one of the simplest and most effective methods of reducing shedding, especially if you use the right type of brush and establish a regular brushing routine. The main reason for this is that, when you brush, you are removing the dead fur from your dog's coat before it drops off. Similar to bathing, this essentially rids your dog of the excess hair before it lands on your floors and furniture. The second, and less obvious, reason brushing is worthwhile is because it helps distribute your dog's natural oils evenly over his skin, which in turn can help promote a healthier, stronger coat that sheds less overall. What's more, most dogs enjoy being brushed, so in addition to helping with shedding, brushing can actually be a great bonding experience. Which brush should you use? The best brush to use depends on factors such as the length of your dog's coat, how heavily he sheds, and whether his hair is prone to mats, knots, and tangles. To give you an idea, however, a bristle brush is most suitable for dogs with shorter coats, a pin brush or slicker brush is better for medium to long-haired dogs, and a dish shedding tool can suit virtually any coat type but is less useful for everyday brushing. Here's an overview of the main types of dog brushes. Pin brush. This is one of the most commonly used types of dog brushes, and is best for general purpose brushing of dogs with medium to long hair. They contain widely spaced pins with plastic or rubber tips on the ends and look similar to regular human hair brushes. Bristle brush. Bristle brushes can be used on just about any type of coat, but these are particularly useful for dogs with shorter coats and for finishing off a brushing session in order to add shine to the coat, as well as to massage your dog's skin. Slicker brush. The slicker brush is made up of tightly packed, fine wire bristles that are slightly angled and that have rubber or plastic tips on the end. It's a popular, inexpensive brush for dogs with medium to long hair, and works well for general brushing, removing mats and tangles, and removing the old fur. Deshedding tool. This is the most effective brush for removing the old, loose hairs from a dog's coat. They are basically a tightly packed steel comb with a handle and are designed to remove the old fur from the undercoat and topcoat on virtually any coat type. However, they're not ideal for dogs with ultra-sensitive skin and generally aren't the cheapest option. There are some other types of brushes you can use, too. For example, an undercoat rake, metal comb, or rubber hand mitt can also work well depending on the dog. The brushes I mentioned above are the main ones I use though, with the exception of the rubber hand mitt, which can be useful if your dog doesn't like being brushed with a regular brush or if he has sensitive skin. How often should you brush? How often you should brush depends on the individual dog. For example, if your dog has long hair, more frequent brushing may be needed to help prevent mats and knots from building up in the coat. Likewise, if your dog sheds heavily, brushing more often can help remove as much of the old fur as possible. As a general rule, most dogs will benefit from a weekly brushing routine, but you can adjust the frequency based on your dog and how much hair she drops. If you like the video, then make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you want more dog training, guides, information, then make sure to subscribe to our channel. Let me know what you think of this video in the comments, and thank you for watching.